The GTA universe is filled with a ton of plot holes and theories.
So we're gonna do this, or we're gonna have a circle jerk, or both.
Some of which are more truthful than others.
I've been in witness protection, I still am.
Why the fuck you lying?
So in today's video we're going to go over 10 crazy GTA theories that might actually be true. Trevor's rampages are in his head. It might not just be his mother's return that Trevor was hallucinating. It's possible that those insane rampages are all in his head.
Is your mother dry when you're...
Considering how Trevor is acting on all sorts of substances. Trevor hallucinating the rampages would be the only plausible explanation for being let free after massacring so many people and even assaulting the military.
There's a moose loose about the who's. Fuck off, you Hoosier. Hey, what's that?
Hey,
oh, Jesus.
It's a faint fucking accent!
Get out
You
of
can
here.
hardly
Come on,
tell!
come on.
With the reputation he already has, the FIB and the military wouldn't hesitate to track him down and end his madness for good. Everybody has a happy place that they go to in their head, and it could very well be that the rampages are Trevor's happy place. Lester knew Trevor was still alive the whole time. In GTA 5, Lester is the king of the criminal underworld. He knows every criminal and he knows every job that is being pulled off. After the North Yankton heist, Trevor didn't necessarily keep a low profile, and he even kept his real name, so Lester surely knew he was still alive. He has decided to keep that information from Michael. Knowing that Trevor is unpredictable, Lester thought that revealing that Trevor is still alive would disrupt Michael's new life and potentially put him in danger, as Lester himself told Michael that he kept tabs on him for a while.
I kept tabs on him for a while, needed to know that he didn't blame me.
Yeah, where'd he go?
North, south, east, west, wherever there were liquor stores to turn over and hitchhikers to disappear.
Where did they bury him?
They buried him? Not as far as I know.
Niko Bellic is still alive. There's no denying that GTA 4 Niko Bellic was one of the strongest main characters the series has seen.
Go get me a coffee.
What?
Get me a fucking coffee! Come on, I'll get you one.
But after the end of GTA 4, we don't really know what happened to him. His former heist buddy, Paki, states he's probably deceased.
My pal Michael, God rest his soul, and another boy, Nico, who's probably dead too.
Yet the supposed Life Invader page shows him still being alive and still active. In the Yellow Yak that is located in Sandy Shores, there is a picture of Niko Bellic in a tow truck. If we then go to the code track, we can actually see a jacket which is very similar to Niko's. Lester mentions an Eastern European who went quiet in Liberty City, indicating that he moved to Los Santos.
There was an Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City, but he went quiet.
Wanted posters with Niko's face can be found around Los Santos, and given that Niko is internationally wanted by the police, this could surely be the reason for him moving to Los Santos and hiding, as this would not be the first time a major character flees to Los Santos. Brucey Kibbutz is gay. Brucey Kibbutz from GTA 4 is a steroid-abusing alpha male with a big ego that's tied to his masculinity. We already know that his muscular arms don't make him a better fighter.
Oh, enough, man! Enough! Oh, fuck me,
You'll be
man.
alright, huh?
Whew, that's some Red Army shit, serious.
But there are also rumors about him being gay. When Niko meets Brucey at the mechanic and starts talking about Roman, Brucey says something that sounds very suspicious.
Yeah, of course. Love that guy. Love him. I mean, I am no chubby chaser, but if I was and a queer, that guy would be in trouble, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
let them know.
Hey, I'm shitting with you. Brucey likes pussy.
As seen in the clip, Brucey acts like this through the entire story, pretending to be very tied with his masculinity, but in reality he's very emotional, and as soon as something just happens to him, he starts crying. This all supports the fact that Brucey Kibbutz might secretly be gay. Michael in GTA 6. Through the story of GTA 5, we experience Michael's return to the criminal underworld. During this period, Michael is hired as an associate producer on Richard Majestic Productions, after helping Solomon recover a stolen film, which unfortunately got completely destroyed.
Look out! That didn't have to happen!
Michael began producing a new movie with the help of Salomon called Meltdown, which was the beginning of Michael's producing career. As most people already know by now, GTA 6 is going to be set in Vice City, which is a city based off Miami. Miami is famously known for the movie production, so it would make sense that Michael DeSanta does a minor appearance in GTA 6 to work on his new upcoming movie. Ron trashed Trevor's trailer. The mission, Nervous Ron, begins with Trevor finding Ron and discovering that the lost MC has trashed his trailer trailer as revenge for the attack on their headquarters.
This statue here of impotent rage, this fucking meant more to me than Johnny K meant to anyone, and they smashed it.
But perhaps it wasn't the lost MC, it was Ron. Ron is relentlessly bullied by Trevor.
And bang, 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 huh? Ah! Now normally...
He lives in a constant state of paranoia and fear towards Trevor. As we know, Trevor is the most unpredictable character in the entire series, so being paranoid around him would make sense. Perhaps Ron saw his opportunity and trashed Trevor's trailer as a form of therapy and anger management and blamed it on the lost MC. Perhaps Ron is the secret mastermind behind this whole operation, which would explain why the mission is called Nervous Ron, because he was nervous he would be caught. Lester is Zero. Anyone who has played San Andreas remembers Zero as the nerdy guy who gifted us the pleasure of supply lines, which is probably the worst mission in GTA history.
Carl, he came back and humiliated me. I shall probably turn to prostitution now, where I will be found dead.
While we were all happy to leave Zero in the past, it's possible that we weren't so lucky at all. Perhaps Zero grew up, became afflicted with a terrible disease, met Michael and Trevor and became Lester Crest. Their ages match up as Zero was around 20 in 1992 and Lester is now 40. They're both good with technology and they both have high-pitched voices.
I may never again see Rome in the springtime.
We don't really know why you would turn to such a blatant life of crime, but you never know. Perhaps that's a story for GTA 6. Lester is Jimmy's dad. One of the most irritating characters in GTA 5 is Michael's son Jimmy.
Go watch your linear entertainment. Go watch porn. Just go away. Shit. Fuck you! What the fuck?
You can tell that Michael tries to connect with his son, in spite of his ungrateful attitude towards him. Jimmy does not even look close to Michael, but someone who really reminds us of Jimmy is Lester. Just appearance-wise, Jimmy looks exactly like Lester. Both are very antisocial and are obsessed with computers.
I am just gonna get drunk as a skunk, and then I'm gonna reverse engineer a webcam and spy on those sorority girls again.
Lester really is the perfect father for Jimmy, and this would explain why Michael does not have anything in common with his son. Given Amanda's nature, this would not be impossible, as she could have done this to make Michael jealous, but accidentally ended up with Jimmy. Lester knew Brad was dead the whole time. As we already know by now, Lester knows pretty much everything happening in the criminal underworld, so it wouldn't be completely surprising if he knew Brad was dead the whole time. Lester knew before he found out that Michael was still alive, that he betrayed Brad and Trevor.
I know you never mentioned my name. No, I'm not on any lists anywhere. I know you never betrayed me.
Before Trevor officially finds out that Brad is dead, Trevor talks to Lester about breaking Brad out from prison, and in this conversation it really sounds like he knew more than he told Trevor.
What is it?
Ain't it obvious? Bustin' Brad out of the clink.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there, T. Some things are just better left alone.
Brad's not a thing. He's part of the crew.
Well, a crew's more than a sum of its parts, and he was a pretty shit part.
He is a pretty shit part. And that's only because he's in jail.
No, is shit because he's lazy, forgetful, mean, and stupid. With respect.
Trevor killed his father. It doesn't come to a surprise that Trevor had a tough upbringing. He was neglected by his mother for most of his childhood, and we don't really know much about his dad. The theory about Trevor killing his dad comes from this scene where Deborah confronts Trevor, and Trevor explains his troubling relationship with his father, as he later cuts them both into pieces.
Look, this is all I've got, alright? I had a tough upbringing. My daddy was not nice to me!
This suggests that Trevor's dad suffered the same fate as Floyd and Deborah, since after all, it would not have been the first time Trevor took it too far.